Good afternoon, everybody.
Yeah, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon.
How are you guys doing today?
Welcome back to Real Talk with SLR, everybody.
Today's been a good one.
Yeah.
It's been interesting, though.
Yep. Been moving and grooving. It's been a wet one.
It has been, even though, it was supposed to be pretty sunny today.
Yep, but instead we woke up to wetness.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. It was raining.
All right.
It's all right, though.
It is what it is, you guys.
We had a good day.
We had a good day. We've got quite a bit done, and now the sun is starting to peek out and poke out and say, hey.
Yeah, hey. Yeah, we just finished lunch. We actually just got back to the 41.36. We were moving and grooving today.
Mm-hmm. Got some things situated and taken care of. We went over and helped out a good old buddy.
Yeah, David, come on with the come on.
And he's helping us yet again, with a big, huge ask. And thank you so much, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, David. We appreciate you.
It's, man, as you guys know, the road has been an issue here and there. And, last time we had David come out and he actually took really good care of it. And it was so beautiful.
Yeah, it was.
It lasted all of, 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
It is what it is. It's, can't be too upset about it, but I wish it would last a little bit longer. We're going to address that hopefully this dry season. Right now, there's no reason to address it fully just yet because we need it to fully compact in there.
Yeah, we're going to Band-Aid it.
Yeah, we're going to have to Band-Aid it for the time being because there's just more and more rain to come, and if any of y'all don't know, as soon as you start disturbing the ground, it's a good way to erode the ground. So we don't want to erode it, and water erodes things,
Yeah, water makes things go away, just like heat rises, right? And trees grow.
Yep. But today's been a good day. It's been really nice. I'm happy that the sun is starting to peek out for me.
Yeah, just a little bit. Everything's still pretty wet and muddy and mucky.
Yeah.
But it's all right, It is what it is. I mean, we can't do anything about it, so.
It's May, It's going to bring May showers.
That's right. Well, May's supposed to have the flowers, not the showers.
Well, the showers bring the flowers,
Yeah, I guess so. It's all a big circle, right?
It's all a big one,
Yeah, but I'm happy that everybody had a really great time on their trip. Anthony and Roxanne are back. They got back yesterday.
Yeah.
Spent a good morning kind of visiting with them because pretty much as soon as we finished Real Talk yesterday, the rain came like 4 hours earlier than we were expecting it. So yet again, we were not able to do any of the trim.
We're like, all right, well, we'll get out there. We'll get it done and get done with the Real Talk,
Yeah,
get everything ready and then go to step outside. And it's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Really?
So it was like, you know what? It is what it is. It gets you a little bit frustrating because we're trying to plan and trying to get as much stuff done. But at the same time, like, there's only so much that we can do. So it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yep.
You can't beat yourself up over it or anything else. Be upset about it,
Yeah.
It's things are moving and grooving and things are going in the right direction. It might not be, the things that we think are that we wanted to go in that direction, but things are moving and grooving in the right direction.
It is. We got to visit with Anthony and Roxanne yesterday and hear all about their trip. We got to talk to David today when we went over to his place and help him out with a big unload because he had brought back so much materials from Florida. He's got some pretty big plans on Come On Mountain. And anyway, we went over there and helped him unload everything and get everything off the trailer. And then we actually got Uber just chilling over there right now, just, waiting in the wing. But before we get busy with that, and Gary's going to get working on that for the road and stuff, he's going to grease it all up and kind of get it a little bit more maintenance done on it because Uber has been worked the heck out of lately, man.
Mm-hmm. And I feel bad because it's been over here working
a lot.
So
a lot.
We're going to definitely take care of it. I'm going to look at it and make sure everything's all topped off, make sure everything's all good.
Yeah.
And, we're going to get some work done with it.
Yep. And I got some pretty good, exciting info. So all of our siding, right, it was ready for it to come over to our place like as early as yesterday. But again, we got the rain way too early.
Yeah.
And make a long story short, they told us that we can get it basically anytime that we want it. So we did talk to David, and David is down, obviously, to let us borrow Uber. And the way that our siding is coming is it's coming in like these big bunks, very similar to like this. See how the metal is in those big like wooden bunks? Basically, it's the same thing, but for the siding. Now, that being said, we could very well just have them pull up with the trailer that all of that stuff is going to be on, and me and Gary can
unload it by hand.
Yeah, stick by stick, and put it out somewhere, and that's that. However,
we're already going to have to move it stick by stick inside to stain it and get it ready. And
right.
If we can limit that.
Right.
That would be nice.
Yeah, so we got Uber here now. So now that we have it here, we're going to be able to just unload the bunks. It's 4 bunks. We're going to be able to unload it and just set it off to the side and kind of make it easier on ourselves.
Yeah.
And not have to deal with that. So we got it scheduled actually for tomorrow morning.
Yes.
And that should give us plenty of time to get Uber all greased up, to do what we need to do, and then be ready for it. So tomorrow morning, we're getting our siding.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very exciting.
It's extremely exciting. I'm excited about the siding.
Yeah, it's exciting.
It's a huge one, I mean,
the siding is exciting.
Yeah, this has been something that we've been looking forward to and working so hard for, and it's coming. It's coming full circle.
Yeah, no longer are we gonna have the little green cabin on the hill.
No.
We're gonna actually. It's gonna look a lot more finished and just be a lot more finished. And as soon as we get a couple of dry days, man, we're gonna finish off this roof. It's just when. When. We don't know when.
It's coming. It's coming very soon.
Yeah, it is.
So it's little by little. We're working at it, and we're getting where we need to be, and ducking and dodging and fighting this weather and getting everything in order and in line. And because, you can't just go and pick up this kind of siding and then start working with it, so.
Yeah, there's other things that we're going to have to do. We got to put like the breatheway or the breezeway or whatever on the building. But how we ordered all of that to save a little bit of money is we ordered it in these big, like these wider things. And there is going to be some work that we have to do. We're going to have to cut it all down.
Stain all the pieces. So we're going to.
Well, the breezeway stuff is what I was talking about. Those sticks, we're going to have to like.
Furring strips and whatnot.
Yeah, the furring strips. So we're.
Ordered them a little bit bigger because it's going to be a lot cheaper.
It significantly.
Pretty much cuts it all in half. So.
Mm-hmm.
Legitimately all the way around. We have to cut it in half too, but
it's okay.
It cuts everything in half, so it should make it to where it works out perfectly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we are going to have quite a bit of prep work to do before we can get all of the siding on the building.
Yep.
But luckily for us, a lot of that prep work can be done inside the cabin. So whether it's raining or whatever, we should be able to move forward towards that. Mm-hmm. Obviously, we won't be able to install it until the weather is dry.
Yeah.
But I think as soon as we get the next couple of days of dryness, we're going to start working on the roof first and get that finished off.
Yeah.
Because we really want to, check things off the old list, like done, not like 80% done, but done.
Mm-hmm.
But what are you gonna do?
It's coming. We're gonna be checking a lot of things off the list.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. This month has been a crazy one. A lot of ups, lots of downs, lots of back and forth, lots of a lot.
I'd say April was a really crazy one.
Well, yeah, April.
It started in April. I can't believe it's May already, guys.
I can't either. I really can't believe that. But it's been like a month's time of just chaos. So, yeah, it's I'm waiting. It's bound to start going up and up.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
It's coming. It's coming. And it's gonna be a big up because that's siding.
Very exciting.
We got the soffits ordered, and they're on that order.
Yep.
So as soon as we get that here, we can get the soffits in. We're going to be working on the roof completely, getting that buttoned up, and then we're going to also be staining all the siding. So we're going to be trying to do a lot of things all at once and trying to wrap this thing up completely on the outer side.
Yeah.
As well as we're going to be trying to do the rough-in plumbing on the inside before we close in the side completely.
Yeah, because that has to be done, at least like the stubs, the rough in plumbing.
Yeah.
So that way, when we do put the siding up on the building, everything fits snug is how it's supposed to, because that is going to the exterior wall. So.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a lot of interesting things back and forth on all sorts of angles and things, but we
got a game plan.
We do have a game plan. We got an idea of how everything's going to play out, and it's looking like it's going to be beautiful.
Yeah.
So
I will say the storm that came last night. So yesterday, another thing happened. So the storm came like really early compared to what we were expecting by like 3 or 4 hours. Like 4 hours, I would say. It was early. It came early compared to what the weather was saying. So I want to just say thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God, because something happened yesterday. So here we are. We're chilling over at Anthony and Rox's, hanging out, hearing all about their trip and everything, and letting them know it's basically how everything's been here at the house and talk about all these things. And so no sooner do I leave Anthony and Rox and come back over to the house, I'm like, all right, we visited, we left. Gary had to run off to his appointment, so he took off and he's went and did that, which it was a test that he had to take. And I will just say he passed.
I did.
And we'll fill you guys more in on some of this stuff here in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, we come back over. I come to the house, and Gary goes off to his appointment, comes back. As soon as he gets back, the power goes out.
Yeah.
And the storm starts really going nuts, and the trees are swaying, and there's thunder, and there's lightning, and there's just pounding down the rain. And so something happened yesterday, and I'll just say again, thank you, Jesus, thank God, because things could have went way sideways.
Yep.
So you guys know we got these trees, like the ones that are like right behind us, kind of over that way. And they're dead. They've been dead. We know they're dead. And we need to chop them down. There's a couple of trees around the property that are dead, that are leaning, that we need to get rid of.
Yep.
So what happened was a couple days ago, Gary got the weight distribution hitch add-on thing for our pop-up camper. And Gary was going to put it on the pop-up camper, but where we had it parked before, the ground was like uneven. It just wasn't a good place to install it. So Gary decided he was going to move it over towards Camp Life, like right next to the gazebo. Yep. So he hooks everything up. He gets the pop-out going. He drives it over there, sets it up. And he does it. He installs the weight distribution hitch. That was literally day before yesterday. So yesterday, the pop-up camper is still over there, over by the gazebo. I'm sure you guys have an idea of where I'm going with this. The storm starts raging, and we lose power. We lose it's going nuts. So we're out of power, and we're dealing with the storm. We're off veterans with this whole power situation, storm situation at this point. But as Gary goes outside to come out here and hook up the generator and stuff so that way we can have power in the house, he looks to his left and he goes, oh my goodness. So yeah, you guys want to go take a walk real quick? Let's go take a quick walk. So you guys might remember too, this particular tree was the one that when Gary and Mike were trying to push and pull the what's they called?
The joists or the
roof
rafters up there.
Yeah, the roof rafters or whatever. They're trying to push and pull some bolts or some boards and get it lined up.
Trying to plumb it up a little bit better.
Yeah.
I was trying to get maybe 1/4 of an inch,
He's trying to pull it out. Well, he was pulling it out. He had it hooked up to this tree, and it worked. It did what he needed it to do up there. However, it kind of pulled the tree, and it killed the tree. And said tree now is right there.
I think it was dead before I pulled on it. But
it might have been dead before you pulled on it, but I don't know. But guys, this tree fell exactly where we had the pop-up camper. Pop-up camper was just chilling right there. And that's where Pops, stayed in it. It was parked right here. You guys know that. And this storm knocked over this tree right here. And had Gary not had, to set up the weight distribution hitch and had everything not kind of just worked out the way that it worked out, this tree would be on top of our pop-up camper right now.
Would have broke the AC, would have broken the top roofing member or whatever, cracked it all the heck.
Yeah, narrowly escaped.
It would have just been the tip of it, but it would have still done a lot of damage. Like,
yeah.
I can't believe that happened, and I'm so happy it did happen when it wasn't here.
Yes,
you know?
Yes, and nobody was staying in it, and it was, just, it could have been a very, very, very bad situation. Gary and I have been running into that quite a lot lately, where we have had some close calls where it's like, oh, that could have been bad. Oh, that could have been bad, and it wasn't bad. So guardian angels are looking out after us, but at the same time, it's like, man.
Since we got Uber, I'm going to push those 3 over.
What's that?
I said, since we got Uber, I'm going to push these 3 over.
Oh, those ones? Yeah.
These ones that are already, like, I'm going to fall. Like,
there's those trees, and then that pine freaks me out.
There's a few.
Because that one's like right towards our power lines,
I want David for that one. Because I'm going to have to operate the saw, and I need him to operate the
Uber.
The Uber.
All right, David.
Me and him have like that perfect synchronism, when it comes down to it. So
yeah, you guys do. You guys have a really good system with cutting down these trees at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And I can go around and limb it up and move the things and stuff. But yeah, it works out pretty well. But yeah, so that happened, friends. So that happened. I thought you guys would find that to be a bit interesting. Like we've had some pretty close calls lately, and we've been getting pretty lucky.
That wind was nuts, though. Yesterday.
Absolutely nuts.
It was easily 60 mile an hour. Like, I personally, I think it was hitting closer to like 80 in certain, like that burst of gust and sun. Dude, the trees were like
sideways.
Like, it's all,
So it's no surprise that this thing fell over.
So yeah, I'm really not shocked or awed, and the fact that we lost power as well as the tree fell down, and I guarantee you there's probably a few more.
Probably. I guarantee you there are. So, I guarantee you there are. And I bet you if we walked in the back part of our property, we'd probably find some more storm damage and more trees down and more things needing to be done.
I'm curious. There's a few trees that I'm like, I wonder if those fell down yet.
Yeah.
That would be cool if they fell down during that storm, But if they didn't fall during that, it's like, they ain't gonna fall.
they
ain't
I'm
falling.
Still standing. Yeah,
they're gonna sit there until they rot out. Like,
I'm still standing.
It's gonna be like that other tree that we have that fell over there, and then another tree started just growing out from the side of it.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do know the tree you're talking about.
It's like
there's a tree on our property that got pushed over just like this, out in the middle of the woods. And you think it, gonna rot away and die. No. Life finds a way.
No.
And a new tree is growing
like
out of it.
What you would think is a branch sticking out of it. Nope,
it turned into a tree. Yeah, it's crazy. It's beautiful. It's actually very beautiful. Yeah. Like I look at things, in that sentimental type of way, but
it's still pretty crazy though.
Yeah, it is.
Pretty nuts.
It is.
But I'm super happy that got avoided.
Yeah, we narrowly escaped that.
Yeah.
So now that we have Uber here and now that we know that our sighting is coming, basically the plan for the rest of the day, because the sky can really, honestly, I got some blue skies right here, but the weatherman says that we still have more on the horizon and we just don't know when. Like, honestly, even when they say and we kind of have a guess.
It's like, oh, okay, cool, I can go do this. The second that you start gathering all your stuff, or the second you step out to start working, and it's all...
Yeah.
In the world, I should just be like, I'm not working, but still gather my stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And then you'd
tell
be like,
Mother Nature, I'm not working. I swear.
I'm
start gathering my stuff. I swear I'm not gonna work.
And then it'll like stay nice and blue skied. But yeah, so I think today, just because of how late it is already today, I don't know what time you guys are watching this, but it's already the afternoon for us.
Pretty late.
It's like 3 o'clock or so right now.
Situated and ready and.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is Gary's going to get Uber all greased up and ready to go. So that way tomorrow, what we can do is they're going to drop off the siding and the bunks for us. We're going to get that all situated. And then I think we're going to try to maybe do some road work in the front a little bit.
Yep.
And kind of see how far we can get with that. Excuse me, friends. I'm still dealing with allergies. I'm still I'm like a little under the weather, but not like sick, just allergies. Anyway, we're going to try to get Uber all greased up today. And then that way tomorrow we are all set and ready to go. I think we'll probably unload all of our siding and get our bunks situated.
Yep.
And then what we'll do is probably do some of that road work and see how far we can get going on that for tomorrow. We'll see. It really depends on the weather, guys. It really does.
It's calling for rain basically all week. However, it's saying that it's not supposed to hit until the afternoon. So... Will it? Will it not? Will it just rain all day?
Listen, that's what it said yesterday. Like yesterday, Gary and I had grand plans. We were going to be putting up all of that trim right there. And I mean, look, now it's sunny. What is this?
Bleaming.
I'm going to stand in the shade. I'm going to squint. But anyways, it's getting to be about that time. It's later in the afternoon. I'm going to get on inside and get this thing ready to go. Try to edit out a video for you guys. I got a bunch of content that needs editing. I just haven't had the time to be editing.
Go.
It has been very, very go. However, I'm going to do what I can to try to get something out for you guys either tonight or tomorrow. We'll see. Yep. And Gary, go grease her up. And then tomorrow, we're going to be able to get our delivery. Yay!
I'm excited, you guys.
I'm super excited. It's not going to be the little green building anymore. It's going to be actually looking like a cabin. It's exciting. So anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today and watching today's episode of Real Talk with SLR. Subscribe if you guys haven't yet subscribed. And we will see you guys back here for another riveting episode tomorrow. So until then, friends, you know we love y'all and we hope you have a good one.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, you guys.
Later.